I just want to start off and just tell you, thank our seniors. So grateful that in my career there's been one Taylor Kelly. And all these seniors, I love them. I'm so grateful to coach them, but in particular, I want to thank him. I mean, what he's meant. No one that's outside this program knows what that young man's meant to our program. Just from a character standpoint, how he leads. There's not a player on our team he doesn't interact with. That is strange. That is not normal. He is just the most humble, gracious person that has been just absolutely remarkable, and I'm just thrilled that he was able to finish his senior day like that. And when he came out of the tunnel, and those seniors ran through our players, and we came back in at the end, and I could tell that our young player, they were taken back by it. And because I said, did you see those guys' faces when they came through that tunnel? And they said, yeah. I said, you've never seen that before, have you? They said, no. I said, it means something. It means something. It ought to mean that much to you. And I mean, every one of those guys had tears coming down their face. And that's makes me proud. I feel like a proud dad today, because, these kids that's the way I approach this with these guys. And so, came in at halftime, and we had 6 offsides penalties. I guess they declined 2 of them or something. I don't know. But I was like, wow. And came out and basically shut them out in the second half, and just getting turnovers all over the place, and guys coming back, Cam Smith stepping up. Just really proud of our guys. But just in particular, I wanted to thank those seniors. It's been my honor and privilege to get the opportunity to work with these young men. And when I came in here, they had a choice. They had a choice. When I stood up in front of them, the talk that I gave them a choice. And they really bought in. And without Taylor, we would not be where we're at. And without those seniors and their leadership, Jamil Douglas is probably the second. Taylor Kelly's the best leader we've had since I've been here, and the best leader I've ever coached. And Jamil Douglas is the second best leader that I've ever coached. So pretty special day for us, and just thrilled to death. 52-31 senior day, 3-0. I like that. That's what we do on senior day. Questions?
Todd, just to follow up on Taylor a little bit, what have you seen from him these last few weeks? There's been, the Berkovici talk, stuff on social media. How have you seen him kind of handle that?
Yeah, it's just like, I'd tell you, kind of like, I had a team chaplain walking with me one game. I think it was maybe the UCLA game. I think that was it. And he came out with me when I came out of the tunnel. And they're, I love you, coach, love you, coach. And then after the game, he walked back in with me, and it was a little bit different. And he says, does that doesn't bother you, does it? Yeah, that bothers me. And I think that criticism has affected him. I know that he. I'm not saying that's affected his play at all, but I'm gonna tell you this: no one's harder on him than him. And it has been a struggle. It hasn't been, just get right back on the bike and it be just like it was before. But you know what? We're sitting here with 9 wins. So proud of this program. That's 27 wins in 3 years. That's averaging 9 a year. That's not bad. And we're not done yet. So I think that stuff, and I tell him, it's just like I tell my wife the same thing. Don't read that stuff. And, she gets so excited. She like, oh, look at this article. Look at this. Look at this. Don't read that stuff, because it's going to be good when you're winning, and when it's bad, it's going to be really rather bad, especially the blog deals or whatever they are. We read, I tell you what we do. We read other teams' blogs, because there's always had the fans that give the report from practice. We like to read that, so people really shouldn't do that. But no, I think that and it's been hard for me. It has been. It's been hard for me, and I told him that I said, look, man, you and I both are leaders. If Coach Graham don't win games, I ain't gonna be here. That's the way it is. So we have to perform. And I told him that. I said, we got to perform. we weren't protecting him early today. That was one of the big problems. But I was proud of his performance today, and proud of him bouncing back and having a great senior day. But that's hard on him. I won't lie to you. That stuff is, anytime somebody, it doesn't bother me as much as like my kids and my wife and stuff like that. And these kids are like my kids, so I've seen that look. There's a look that a player has on his eyes that's bothering him, and he can't have the heart he has and it not bother you. Now he'll probably tell you it doesn't bother him at all, but you know what? He's a big boy. He's a fine young man, and he signed up for this. That's what I told him. I said, and once I picked my quarterback, the one thing, I've had some great football coaches, guys like R.C. Slocum, and that have mentored me and taught me, and guys like Gene Stallings, and I'm not changing quarterbacks with a win. I'm just sorry, and I'll be hired and fired on my decisions, and I'm always going to make the decisions myself, and I hope that people respect that.
5 turnovers has to be a number you're happy to see. Can you just talk about the mindset you have?
What was you? I didn't
5 turnovers.
Oh, 5 turnovers. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Talk about the mindset you have those guys in, especially against a pass team like that.
I'm so proud of those guys. I mean, we actually started off the game. I'm just gonna be honest with you. We had this whole plan that we were going to do that involved rushing 4 and playing coverage. And we were going to rush DJ, and we were going to do all this stuff, and we scrapped that all about when it turned 21, I think, 21 to whatever it was, 21-7. And so really that was probably not, because, we blitzed too much. So I guess I stopped blitzing. So then we went back and started doing what we do, and then we did a lot better job. So, but part of what we do every day, there's three things that we do every day we measure every single day. We measure takeaways. Every day when there's a takeaway in practice, Coach Randolph does a forward roll on the ground, jumps up and says, turnover number 1. And everybody says, 1. We get to the end, we know how many we have, right? TFLs and sacks. Those are the things that win games. When you commit to being an attacking defense, those are things that are happening. The things that I want to not happen is we're giving up some of the long passes. I was proud of Chad Adams. I thought Chad did a good job, came in there, but heck, we're blitzing 6 people. Quarterback held the ball 6 seconds and throws it 50 yards down the field. You can tell I coach the corners. That's a little challenging. But no, I'm really proud of that defense. I'm proud of Marcus Hardison. Wow, that guy, man, he's just in beast mode. I mean, he's been unbelievable. Salamo got a pick. Ami, I thought was going to need medical attention after his deal. Yeah, he couldn't hardly breathe. He was wanting people to get away from him, not touch him. So he was pretty tired after that. But we gave him about 30 seconds rest and put him back in.
Explosive plays are so important. You talk about them so much. So many of the early scoring plays at least came, or at least were founded off of explosive plays offensively. How do you think you guys did in that facet today?
Well, I mean, I have to go back and look at all that. I thought Cam Smith made some explosive plays. I thought DJ Foster, man, he didn't step up. He just plays that way every single game. Just how hard DeAndre Lewis stuck out to me today. I mean, he did some really, really nice things. We had too many drops. We had a lot of drop balls that should not have been dropped. That wasn't good. But it's 52-31. That's all that matters. I mean, everybody look at the stat. Well, you gave up 622 yards. You can't look at that stuff. I don't even look at that. 5 turnovers. We beat them, and I think we dominated them. I think we come out in the second half and dominated them. So I felt good about that. Man, I'm always going to want more explosive plays. But it wasn't somebody asked a question earlier, when did we know Jalen wasn't going to play? Right before the game. I mean, he practiced. I thought he was going to play. But, obviously, we try to weigh everything. And, we just, he's got a big future, and we just didn't think he was ready. And so that was hard. That kind of, hurt the big play deal a little bit. And but no, I'm pleased. We scored 52 points. Did we score on defense? We set up a bunch of them, though, didn't we? Okay. 52 points, that's pretty good for me.
Yeah, and then could you maybe compare the explosive play factor of the game to the last 2 games, Notre Dame and Oregon State?
Compare them, today we played like the team we are. And we started off, it was sluggish, but, I was kind of impressed how they came out and played. They had a corner that was suspended. The corner came in. He came out being physical. We tried to attack him early, made a couple of plays. But we just wasn't protecting the quarterback, and they were blitzing and doing some things. But at the end of the day, man, our guys, settled in, do what we do, played Sun Devil football, and come back and dominated the second half. That's what I like. That's where your training comes in. And, because basically they scored that last touchdown was basically on our second team. And, other than that, we shut them out the second half. So I was really proud of them. And trust me, we were trying to keep them from scoring that one because I wanted to shut them out the second half.
You mentioned the offsides. What was going on there with all the jumping offsides in the first half?
I don't know. We ought to bring Coach Randolph and Coach Ship in and have them answer that. That's what they coach, I think. I have no idea.
Do you know how many you had going in? I mean, it doesn't seem like you had that many all season.
No, we haven't. We have. I can't explain that. We had 5 penalties total, right? But I know we were offside 6 times, and they declined the penalty, I think, twice. So it doesn't go down as a penalty. To me, that's a penalty. But 2 of those penalties, we were off the field. It was 3rd down. We're going to be off the field, made the play, and it kept the drive alive, and both those drives resulted in 7 points. So those are really, really, really bad penalties. So, we got to that can't happen. That was borderline embarrassing.
And then also just with the Territorial Cup next week, it's always a big game, but this one could decide the South. It seems like both programs are going in the right direction. Just what will be your message to the team this week?
It's what it is all the time. You can win 11 games and be 11-0 and lose this when you had an unsuccessful season. That was explained to me when I got here by our fans, and that's exactly how we approach it. Obviously, I feel pretty confident we'll be playing for the Pac-12 South Championship and for our 10th win. That's big. That's back-to-back double-digit wins, and that's something that is big for us. And don't have to barrage me with text messages or anything or voicemails or any of that. This is the game that you can go in there and look in my staff room. It's starred on the deal. It's the most important game of the year.
Did you say anything to Cam before the game, just when you found out Jalen wasn't be able to go? And how much has he prepared himself this season for this opportunity to kind of be the guy in the passing game?
Cam is, he's a Barrett's Honors college student, very, very smart, man of few words, very few words. I gave him a little fist bump, and that was it. And I always tell him, hey, get me at least 1 touchdown. And matter of fact, I told him I said I need 2 touchdowns, so he's listening well. So, I'm really proud of him. Just a lot little stories that no one ever sees. That is a challenging thing to do, to be in Barrett's Honors College and be a football player at this level. And we'll be on the road, and he'll be in the room. They'll have a room for him where he's studying. A lot of our players are doing that, but it's such a load for him, and I'm really proud of him for sticking with that, and he embodies what we want in a student athlete. But he's a man of few words. He don't say much.
Coach, can you talk a little bit more about Marcus Hardison's playing? What exactly has clicked for him over these past 3 games?
I just think he's matured. Marcus came here. He just kind of wanted to be one of the fellas, and he was kind of in Will Sutton's little group, and then Will left, and we challenged him. We started coaching him and demanding more out of him. And, I've told him from the beginning, what his potential was. And it just clicked. I wish I could find out what it was, and I could box it up and manufacture it. Because it just clicked about 4 weeks ago. And he has just played with confidence. It's unbelievable. He is so athletic. He snagged that ball like that is pretty amazing. And he's talking, and he's the leader of our guys, because you can't be quiet and be the leader. You have to talk. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of, Liu's is a silent leader. Salamo's a silent guy. Lloyd is a silent guy. We needed somebody to talk and speak, and Marcus has done that, and he just started doing that about 4 weeks ago, and really proud of him because he is really, I mean, he's going to be a guy that's going to make a great living playing in the future, and a guy that is the most talented defensive line. When you look at his height, his weight, his speed, his athleticism, how smart he is, I mean, he's a real deal. And what he was missing was that fire, that fire in your eyes to really take and impose your will on the other guy. And he's done that. I'm really proud of him.